Greetings brothers and welcome to another video. Now, it's time for the positive reviews for Dawn of War Definitive Edition. It is time for me to look into it and start breaking down of how silly it is, of how people's opinion of these games should not even be allowed to even comment in such reviews. But for the sake of this, we might as well just look into it and see what's going on. But before we get into that, we're gonna have to do something special. Psst, ad time.
Come back here, you little fuck! You will watch this ad, and you're gonna fucking like it!
Welcome, brothers. If you want to support me, here are my platforms so your name will be in the Hall of Fame. Or you can join my social platforms like my Discord where I'm highly active. And finally, if you haven't done so, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Or if you hate me, leave a comment and a dislike. I know you skip this ad and you will get shot.
Heretic.
And let's get back to the video. Now, let us begin with the first comment right here. Gaming is like it's 2004 again. Necron's still broken, WASD still doesn't work, portraits are a mess. But loving it. Why is this a positive? Why is this a positive? This doesn't. I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling. I hope you just sat there. You're like, you know what? After these problems, I'm still loving it. Like I have a Stockholm syndrome, being beaten down that I'm not getting what I want, but I'm still loving it. After thinking of that, I'm like, there's no fucking way this is not a troll comment. And if it is, then it's amazing. But if it isn't, then this is fucking sad. This is fucking sad, and we're already on a good start. I've been playing Dawn of War since September of 2004. Didn't know you needed a fucking, a specific date of when you play the game. You didn't even give me like the actual day or the date. September 2004? Damn, that's some light shit. I have never stopped playing it. My hours on Steam do not reflect even a fraction of my time played. Game runs faster and better than ever before, and I couldn't ask for a better remaster of a game that's almost old enough to go to the bar with 11 out of 10. Cool! Generic comment, doesn't give anything specifics, doesn't give anything negative to mix around his review to understand if he gives it a positive or negative. So this right here, I will say, is more of an emotional review. Why do I think it's an emotional review? Because it is a nostalgia bait that he played Dawn of War and he really loved Dawn of War. By the way, I'm grabbing information based on the text that is given to me. And because this is all just pure nostalgia, he's like, damn, these games, this game called Dawn of War Definitive Remaster, it looks a little bit more clear, it runs a little bit smoother, it feels better, it just feels better. Thus, 11 out of 10. And not only that, just because it runs smoother and faster, motherfucker, you don't even know what a remaster is. Sit your bitch ass down on the chair and let me tell you about a remaster. A remaster is the one that only fixes the old bugs, runs the game smoother, but also changes completely when it comes to visuals, 3D models, and cinematics. They change the whole fucking thing to modernize a game. How do I go through this again? Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2017, Rome Total War, and also Gears of War Remaster. And because I've just done the negative reviews for Dawn of War Definitive Edition Remaster, there's also fucking Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition that exactly shows you how a Definitive Edition should be. So this tells me this guy not only played any other games, doesn't understand any remasters, so this motherfucker doesn't know what a remaster is. Your hours mean shit to me. Do you understand? Your hours means fuck all when you got things wrong and you don't even know what a remaster is. Get the fuck out of my sight. Now, on to the next comment. Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Definitive Edition gives you Dawn of War with all the expansions in one nice package. Some of the improvements are, the game now runs on 64-bit platform, updated textures, camera can zoom out more, an integrated mod manager, improved pathfinding. There is a lot of content here to go through. Campaigns from the original game and all expansions, plenty of skirmish, multiplayer maps, and then all the mods. The amount of content makes it worth the price, especially for existing owners who get another discount on top. If you're a fan of Dawn of War, or never got to play the game, then this is worth picking it up. A great RTS brought back to enjoy all over again. guys, aren't you excited of just getting the exact same game that has the exact same maps, the expansions, the multiplayer, and all that? Aren't you excited? Now, if you watched the negative review comments, they have actually the IQ that is a little bit more better than these guys by the looks of it. Improved pathfinding? No. An integrated mod manager? Cool. And also, running on a 64-bit platform doesn't really mean much if you don't use it. You can have the fastest car on the road, but if you do not utilize its engine at maximum capacity, then what is the point? You know? Driving in my car while holding a beer. Hey, that Bob looks like a deer. Remember, this is the only positive review they give. Oh, they updated the textures, they gave some minor stuff that every game developer can do it on a whim, and this is the highest praise the game gets. So it's not about they completely change the cinematics, they make it more immersive, that Warhammer 40k is more grim-dark, and it's more relatable to the 3rd edition codex and all that. No, it's not that, it runs in 64-bit, which they don't use. They updated the textures, and they didn't even update the fucking 3D models. Congrats, you just got something that is completely the same, but nothing different. And also, this whole comment is just essentially saying, hey look, it's the same game, just go buy it. Go buy it now. Do not ask questions. Just consume product, and go and ask for the next product. That's all it is. Because Dawn of War Definitive Edition is essentially the same. So, my argument against this is, if it's the exact same thing, they have the old bugs, all these contents that he's pointing it out, you might as well just play the Anniversary Edition. Anniversary Edition exists on Steam. You can just go get it. It's much more cheaper than the whole Definitive Edition that they're showing with. And even with the whole 30% veteran discount, and even I got it, but I didn't even bother getting the game. So even with that, it still makes me look at it and I'm like, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna even bother getting fucking $26 that is on 30% of permanent veteran discount. Meanwhile, it's giving me 10% off extra, which means fuck all. You know, the only time I'll get this game if it's $5 in Australia. I do not give a fuck. This game is not worth that amount of money, especially what's on the original price as well. I am not going to get that game unless it's just $5. Now, obviously, some people will just start arguing oh, Nellop, you just are cheap, you just don't want something that is good and all that. Dude, if you're telling me that is good compared to any other remasters that you never experience, don't have any knowledge about it, you are in no position to talk about a remaster. You only know 40k, and all your knowledge is only 40k, and you have no knowledge of any other remasters to even argue against me about this. Sit the fuck down. Alright, anyways, to the next comment. Damn, 74.9 hours. My condolences. It has a lot of obvious issues still. Why are you playing it? I expected a much more stable game for $30. Why are you playing it? If not for the 40% discount, it was 30, I probably not recommend it to anyone without a sale or a discount. Why is it positive? But still, it's still Dawn of War, even though I hate multiplayer being Soulstorm only cause Air Unit plus its balancing stinks. Why are you giving a positive review then? There are thousands of new people either discovering the game or coming back to it because it's the definitive edition. You can find multiplayer lobbies at any time of the day without having to join Discord servers, which is cool as fuck. So pretty much the original. I love seeing Dawn of War coming back to life and doing some numbers in this day of age. Am I arguing with bots? Am I arguing with bots? What the fuck is this comment? So there's still problems here, but there's some interesting stuff, and it's just so good. What the fuck is this? Dude, reading these comments, I'm losing brain cells from this. They try to drag my IQ into their level so they can beat me by experience. What the fuck is this? So you acknowledge there's problems with Dawn of War, but your only reason you're putting it as a positive comment is because it's Dawn of War. Cognitive dissonance at its finest. They know the problem, they don't want to do the problem, but they still do it anyways. Cognitive dissonance at its finest. What the fuck? Oh, there are thousands of people who are either discovering the game or coming back because of the definitive edition. You can find it in multiplayer lobbies at any time or every day without having to join Discord servers. That's pretty much what you can do with that in the original. You could do that in the original. You could just Go into the multiplayer, go to the search lobbies, and there's even lobbies that are public. It's in the anniversary edition. There is no fucking way that you cannot be this fucking stupid. You cannot tell me that you can just go to a multiplayer, look for a public lobby, and just go and play it. What the fuck? Like, I'm just gonna repeat myself because people are just fucking bricked heads. That's a new term of being fucking retarded. Or actually, the usual definition that I really like, it's a much more smoother to say it, juju-ass beanhead. You juju-ass beanhead. Like, how? I don't understand this. I don't understand this. You know there's problems. You know it doesn't worth the amount of price that it's showing. Why is it positive? There is no fucking way. Anyways, to the next one. Now, the only reason I'm showing a negative review is because I did like one positive review, even though that was a troll. But at the same time, I want to show this negative review just to show the contrast between these positive reviews and this one negative comment. But at the same time, they have a much more fucking IQ than these positive comments they're showing. So, let's show this. Where is modern WASD support? Man, speaking facts. Where is the missing game mode from the prior expansion? He's spinning facts, damn. Where is the upgraded AI stuff? I still see AI barely able to pathfind sometimes. That was promised as well, keep in mind, in the trailer, but they didn't. Why are we using AI upscale textures instead of actual remade textures? Man, this guy's already balling. He's already destroyed these comments that is on the side. Where is the 64-bit support? Still seems to lag out and not really use modern systems properly. Man, any more comments that I can talk about this? This man's already spinning facts. Shit. Is it fun? Yes. But $30 for this is not worth it. But since I got it for like $15 after discount, it's quote-unquote acceptable. My condolences that you even had to buy the game. Review was saying negative until WASD is added. All else is excusable to some degree, but definitely does not deserve what the definitive edition or remaster. Title given how lazy this was. Now, on one hand, I'm like, I'm about to shake your hand, but at the same time, you're like, I'm gonna give them a second chance. No. Do not do that. They technically did a cash grab. They did zero effort on not much of anything. And anything that was promised in the trailer, they're gonna do it later because they're fucking lazy. They might as well do that. So, just to show that there's a contrast between, oh, it's so amazing, even though there's problems, but it's so amazing, to this comment, which is a little bit much more better than I can process through, and it has a much more IQ, where it's asking like, where are these things that was promised? Where were these things where they were in the trailer? Is it fun? Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, it buffers down with a discount, but still, doesn't matter. It's not a definitive edition. All right, off to the next one. Hello, goodbye. I have 100+ hours in HDC and SS. I didn't know you were from World War II in that specific group that nobody wants to talk about. Shit, man. So I was eager to hop on this. It's super nice to have all versions of Dawn of War 1 accessible in one program. Okay, that is the one thing that I can agree with, is like, fair enough, all thing into one program, because Rome Total War did that as well, where instead of just having 3 different games, they're all clumped into one, so you can just play any other versions that you wanted. Also, ultra-wide support and zooming are welcome additions. Who the fuck cares about ultra-wide support? I get it, it's a little nice feature, but let's be honest, who gives a fuck? They also squashed a bunch of the old bugs. Now, you're lying. Like the memory crashing on cinematics. However, is that the only bugs you're putting out? Is that the only bugs that you're putting out? Just because you're taking from memory crashing on cinematics, thus you just concluded that you just squash a lot of old bugs. That is what is called a non-sequitur fallacy. A non-sequitur fallacy is essentially you're jumping in conclusions without following the premise. What the fuck? However, I do not know that I noticed an appreciable graphical difference. Yeah, let me just put my glasses on real quick and just be like, damn, this is such a difference, it's more clearer. Alright, let me just continue. And the pathfinding is still mystifying bad. I thought they were doing so well with this game. Why are you giving such a bad review on the small paragraph? One other thing that may break or make your interest is that they made bases persistent in controlled territories, so you don't have to start from scratch for each defense. Why? Why? I guess it's neat. That's cool. But why? Overall, I definitely recommend it for no reason other than convenience and ease of function on newer systems. It's still not flawless, but if you love it, then you love it. Okay, so there's your fucking answer. So it's not about it's a definitive edition. It's not about that the game is good. It's not about that, you know, they fix lots of problems, lots of bugs or anything. Because it's convenient. Because it's easy to function on newer systems. Okay, let me tell you this. They have a 64-bit. They're not even utilizing that at all. And there's a lot of bugs that they have before. If you watched my negative review video, then all they're doing is just lie to you, let you get the game, and then somehow fix it when they feel like it. This is one of the main problems when it comes to positive reviews on 40K in general. Positive reviews on 40K games are shit like this. They don't even critically think. They just sit there and say, it's good. It's just good, guys. Don't you love it? Like, it's convenient and easy. It's new. It's premium. Like, you must buy it now. Meanwhile, you look at negative comments and they critique every single thing they promised and they didn't deliver, or they're just like, what the fuck is the point of this? And they just refund it. These are the shit that you have to deal with. Like, Jesus Christ. In my personal opinion, this game, right? In my personal opinion, because I'm a dick, right? You should have noticed by now. And at this point, that this game do not deserve to have positive reviews at all. You know, Space Marine 1 Remaster deserved to have negative reviews, but at some point, it was slowly getting more positive reviews because people didn't know any better. They don't understand what a remaster is because the only thing they know is 40K games and all that. They don't understand what is the whole point of a remaster, and they never experience any other games. It's like, how do I explain this, right? It's like Call of Duty fans only played Call of Duty, but they only know Call of Duty. And if you've seen some interesting comments that people make about, you know, how Call of Duty can destroy Battlefield 6, but even though this is almost a repeat of Battlefield 1, where they just, to a certain extent, smash Call of Duty. I swear, whenever Call of Duty just trip over themselves, Battlefield like stepped up their game and start smashing the fuck out of Call of Duty again. I like this is the second time this has happened. It's very embarrassing. But my point is, again, there are people who are only narrow-minded to look at this one specific thing, and because they don't have anything else they can go up with, now the only thing they're gonna say is, it's good, it's a remaster, okay, cool, yeah, it's good, and this is the best thing that I can ever have, with no prior knowledge of what a remaster is and what a remaster should be. So, this is the type of people that you deal with. Anyways, next on this comment, I really want to throw this out of the window. Greatest of all time, now modernized. How can you say no? Listen to me very well and look at me into my imaginary eyes that I might put it on my video or not. I can say no because it's not a fucking definitive edition. You fucking spat. All right, next comment, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see what this comment is cooking here. While I appreciate that the game has some improvements, including borderless full screen play, I am incredibly unhappy with the lazy AI upscaling of portraits, cutscenes, even the classic intro sequence. Why is this a positive? However, was in charge of revitalizing artwork was employed without a proper background check and was not monitored through the entire process of the game's remastering. Why is this a positive review? Edit. Some of the people can't do critical thinking before commenting. The game is fine. I like it, it's fun as it was before. I only dislike the upscaled art, portraits and pre-rendered cutscenes, not the game, just the AI upscaled stuff. Okay, motherfucker. Alright. This motherfucker wants to talk about critical thinking. Okay, I'll break this comment down, I'll dismantle it, I will destroy you. You shut the fuck up right now. Okay, so you're talking about that, you know, upscale AI art, like the cutscenes, the intro, is all lazily done, okay? Then where is your critical thinking when it comes to the gameplay, when it comes to the bugs they are meant to be fixing, but they didn't? They didn't introduce WASD keys. They didn't even introduce, like, fucking, like, key binding settings. They didn't even introduce anything else. And you come here and tell me or anybody else who reads your comment about critical thinking. I don't even want to hear you talk about critical thinking. You have nothing to talk about critical thinking. Your critical thinking right now is, the game is fun. Okay, what do you mean by fun? What is so fun about the game? You didn't even bring it up because you always want to talk about critical thinking. You didn't even bring up about critical thinking. So not only you're criticizing the people who don't do critical thinking before commenting, you are doing the very same thing that you even talked about. Critical thinking that you're trying to do is ass, dog shit. So if you want to do proper critical thinking, okay, your critical thinking should show the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the stuff that was promised from the trailer but they didn't bring up. And also argue against the ones who gave negative reviews. Other than giving this, like this broad generic thing of, guys, the game is fine. What the fuck do you mean fine? I like it, it's fun. Okay, what do you mean by fun? What's so fun about the game? Like right now, I'm already dismantling your whole fucking quote-unquote critical thinking comment. Shut your bitch ass up. Edit 2. Guys, I wanted to share my thoughts onto the game, not start a YouTube comment section. Please, let's be civil. No. First off, you motherfucker, you went and said, since some people can't do critical thinking before commenting, and you motherfucker now want to say, I just want to share my thoughts onto the game. If you're going to point out that people can't critical think, I'm going to judge you. Because right now, you're not doing a really good job of critical thinking. You're not giving the negatives, the positive, and giving a reason why this definitive edition is good or bad. You, if you even had the ounce of IQ to show why the definitive edition is good, which I know for a fact you cannot, then your whole comment section of quote-unquote sharing your thoughts onto the game falls flat, falls apart. You are nothing. Holy fuck, I'm about to be like low tier god. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should shit yourself now and give that a little piece of oxygen to someone else. What are you here? To try to tell me that I can't critically think? Shit yourself. And I mean that 100% right now. Fuck, this is too fun. Oh, man, I love this shit. No, but on the other hand, seriously though, if you're going to critically think, do more than just sharing your thoughts. Or else, do not even point that out. Little bitch. Alright, off to the next comment. I have zero issues with the game. I only played 3 matches. I really want to fucking slam my desk right now. What the fuck? No one crashed, pathfinding's okay, no audio or visual bugs, stable FPS, I was happy with everything, but UI, they haven't upscaled text. This is your positive review, guys. Guys, this is your positive review. There is no heap. So, this motherfucker only played 3 multiplayer matches. And keep this in mind, 3 multiplayer matches. And has played 47.6 hours in total. Obviously, his review was on 0.9 hours at the review time. But, you can always edit your comment. You can always, like, change it a little bit. Just to be like, oh, I think this is bad or good. But no, this motherfucker just half-assed his comment. And I just want to... Oh, why is it even positive, man? I swear, I'm seriously arguing with bots today. Literally, low-effort ChatGPT looking ass comment. They didn't even bother to do anything of this. Man. I can't. I fucking can't, man. I swear. Alright, off to the next comment. For $17.99, I get 4K res. Why not 40K? That's already a disappointment. Better pathfinding. All the campaigns upscaled, better textures, shadow lighting, and water. What the what, does it give you fucking water for free or some shit? What was the point of the water? Unless you're just trying to say like the water just looks a little bit better, fine. But what do you mean better water? Man, it's just water. There's dirty water, there's clean water. That's all you need. Okay, sure. 64-bit support, and keep in mind, they used it fuck all. Keybind options. I hope you're lying. That's not what I got from most people. Keybind options, really? That's not what I got from people. You're lying. Better camera. What, did they got the fucking Nikon 6700 or some shit? That's a $5 meal. some of us just want to load the game and not spend all day downloading mods and setting things up every time we download the game. Relic's first project since breaking from their overlord Sega. Okay, I understand. Right? I get it. That's what most people want. They want a game that doesn't take so long to download. They just want to download it quickly, launch the game as it is, and play it. I get it. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can agree to that. But here's the thing, though. For one, 57.7 hours. Don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me, man. But at the same time, that's it. So the whole reason the game is good and you're giving a positive review is because it has different technicalities. I like you didn't even mention the bugs either. Fascinating. And I like you didn't even mention about the WSD keys. Interesting. And not only that, I like the comments at the bottom even just say things against them, like, why do people always do McDonald's comparisons? Bottom tier overpriced junk versus a game makes absolutely no sense to me. It's basically saying that if you are used to throwing money away, then this is a good deal regardless. Just review the game on its own merits, lol. Exactly. Holy shit. Fuck. Thank you. Oh, there's some hope. The world is healing. And then you look at the other comments below it that I just had to screenshot because it was so fucking long. Keybind Where? Also, for $17.99, you can get superb AA games rather than this minimalist patch, to be honest. Oh my god, I want to shake your hand real quick. Nice and firm. All of this should have been in free patches years ago. Stop shilling for lazy, greedy slop. I need to handshake these guys. Man, they're speaking logic at this point. I'm sure life is hard if installing mods on this game is difficult. Praying for your groid. Yes. And the last one just gave a thumbs up. But yeah, like, how else can I explain this? Honestly, it's just brain dead. It's just artificial. It doesn't feel like a review. Well, feel like quote unquote, but I have an actual argument and critical thinking compared to the other guy who tries to say people can't critically think before commenting. Bitch ass. But essentially, if it's a positive review, you must address what is good, what is negative, and why you're making this conclusion in the comparative term that is either good or either bad. You need to make much more than that than just saying, it's fun. Fuck you mean it's fun? So, this is the last comment. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's bad. We'll find out. Will seek redemption, or will just give me more brain fucking cells to drop to the fucking floor? Alright, anyways, let's proceed. It's not a remaster. Alright, already on a fucking good start. That's for sure. But for people like me, this is good. I'll use an old legacy standalone non-Steam install I can freely move around on a USB stick. The game is even playable from one, but load times are horrible. But it's highly modded one. The camera mod, 4K upscale textures mod, and many more are now included in the game. The 64-bit make the game now run so much smoother. It's a blessing for modders. Also, this will breathe a fresh wind into the community and maybe as far the lookout in patch goes. We will get a well-balanced game at some point. I like it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Okay. If it's not a remaster, the game, like the game gave trailers and gave you the marketing to tell you it is a remaster, and it gave you all the promises, and they're not there. And you, fucking naive child, you are just sitting there saying it's not a remaster for sure. And why is it a positive? So you're just sitting here just essentially saying all these technical things are a good thing. It's such a blessing. So it's a 8.5 out of 10. Like, how low is your IQ? Because this is not room temperature. There is no fucking way this is room temperature. Do you understand what a remaster is? Do you know what the whole point of a remaster is? Have you ever played any other games that is a remaster? Like, dude, how can you have such low IQ? Holy shit. Oh, it's not a remaster, that's for sure. But at the same time, you know, for people like me, so literally the retarded audience, is good. Okay, cool, you use the USB stick that was a modded one. Oh yeah, that's cool and all. And all these fucking stuff that he just mentioned, yeah, this is fucking meaningless. Why is this a positive? Okay, so in technicality, it's just better. Get the fuck out of my sight. I'll tell you this, even though it's not much and some people have much more hours than me, and let me tell you, when it comes to Necrons, fucking mastered it, man. Fucking mastered it. Where do I even start? But I can show you each one of the hours that I did, and to a certain extent, just to show you that I have about 200 hours in an Anniversary Edition. It ain't much, but it's honest work. But man, my 200 hours on Necrons, perfect. You know, check out my Necron 3rd Edition faction. It's perfect. Like, it may not get me victories every single time. I know some people know how to play counter against them. But at the same time, though, I played 200 hours in an Anniversary Edition. I know what I'm talking about. I've played this game. I've played all the campaigns. I've done almost every single faction to a certain extent. You cannot tell me that this is fucking absurd, man. And also, what I'm fascinated as well, I'm surprised nobody mentioned, like, you know, oh, it's Soulstorm only. You know, as in, like, in multiplayer, compared to the negative reviews. Negative reviews gave so much fucking flavor of what they had issues with. But in positive, it's just, it's good, guys. It's just all these technical issues, it's just good. Huh? Like, literally, retarded buttermilk Bob looking asses. They can't even comprehend which one is which. If I put my 2 fingers in front of them, they will say 4. This is what these positive reviews are. But sorry, back to the point that I was trying to make with the 200-hour thing. I played a good amount of Dawn of War. I enjoyed, like, playing Dawn of War, the Anniversary Edition. And when I go and see Dawn of War Definitive Edition, where they changed absolutely nothing. They didn't update the 3D models. They didn't give WASD keys. They don't give you, like, key binding settings. They didn't even fix the bugs that they promised in the trailer that should be not a thing in launch. They still did it anyways. And also, like, yeah, it's just, how else am I gonna say this? It's nothing different. It's nothing different, and even with a 30% discount, does not convince me to move from Dawn of War Anniversary Edition all the way to Definitive Edition. And all what this game is essentially, let me put my glasses on and everything looks better. That's the whole thing. But enough of me bashing these people and all that. You know what? I really enjoy it. It's fun. I like it. But let's end it here now. And thank you so much for watching, guys. You can check me all of my donations and socials. They're all in the links in the description. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you on the next one. Goodbye, my brothers, and take care.
Rise up in the morning sun.